season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Oklahoma State's offense takes the field to start this game off. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalk. An environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Oh, how did you make that move? Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the left. On the move at the 30. Can anyone catch him? Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
You knew this offense wanted to come into this one, establishing the run. Guys, they didn't even attempt to throw on their first drive. They were more physical. They were pushing guys around up front, and this guy caps it off with a nice touchdown run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense has the ball for the first time. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up. So you can't tiptoe. You got to be aggressive and run in there. But this is a pretty interesting matchup today.
Yeah, and I love safeties that make receivers think.
Nothing but green ahead. He's inside the 40. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. Kansas State pushing the pace. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Complete to the left. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. Calls his own number. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats! Ready to try the point after.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Going for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. How about that blocking up front and that... time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David.
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's up to 57 yards rushing for this game and on his way to 1,400 for the year. Now on 1st down from the 30. At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The offense set for a 1st down play. They'll give it to the back. At the 35, he's loose. And he breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Guys, the Governor's Cup is up for grabs between Kentucky and Louisville, and we wanted to get you an update on this unique rivalry. Kentucky delivered a statement victory that's going to be celebrated in Bluegrass country for some time. And if this team's not careful, they could have themselves a football program there in Lexington. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Edwards. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Wants to return it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and short. They go to the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They'll try the right side. And he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over 100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and 4. Here's the give off the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg. Yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. UCLA looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Hands it off. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Takes it on the return. He's got great speed. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking for space. It's Clark. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. all about these two running games so far. Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. And now on second down for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Hold down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Running behind that left side. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A 3rd and long coming up here. The give to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys!
And the offense doing a nice job mixing the option play on that drive. They're able to get the defense outflanked. Nice decision by the QB, pitching it outside wide, and the running back using his speed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Quick strike complete. The Wildcats want to pick up the tempo.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. The defense with the scoop and score.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go.
Oh, look out, there he goes! And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. To the air, it's Flores. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He's going to pass. Fires one high and deep. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Oklahoma State 38, Kansas State 10.
And here they'll start this drive at their own 25. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. And here comes the offense on second down. Running it to the right. Powers through the defender. Turns it on in midfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Kansas State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Bowling Green. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're testing the right side here. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Trying the left side. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Third down coming up after the completion. Looking to throw, it's Flores. He's going to let it go. Got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
From the gun, looking for a man. Steps away. Going for 6. And that pass intercepted. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Quarterback never saw his guy early enough. He was open right away, but was just late getting him the ball. Receivers jumping up and down saying, yo, I'm here, throw it to me. But by that time, the defense had already figured out where he was. And because of the late throw, they're able to come up with the interception.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Kansas State quick to the line. He's looking for a man on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Edwards. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds the tight end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. The quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big...
Complete.
It's down, but second down's coming up.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback checking off. On third down, going up top. He turns it loose to the left. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Oklahoma State.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Manhattan. And, you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium.
And the Cowboys will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Open space at the 25. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good game.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Oh, he's going to go for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Looking for room, it's Clark. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. The option look. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Goes to the option. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. 3rd and short now from their own 48. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
You know, this guy just has a nose for getting first downs. That's a big risk and gamble there on 4th down, middle of the field. But this guy we've seen in this game already rip off some big runs. I don't know if anywhere as big as the one you just saw.
They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Cowboys will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He's going to take off. At the 20, he's got space.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete to the right. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He caught it. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck.
Touchdown, Oklahoma State! And the punishment has been extended. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oklahoma State 52, Kansas State 20.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is...
Tackle down at the 15.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, dude.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Kansas State will have to punt it away.
Number 35, on to kick it away.
Slips through the line. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front. And your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Still looking on the move. He'll turn it loose out to the right. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that something.
Now on the move. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Third down coming.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll run the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. And he missed it. No good. Because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about his game. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. He'll pull it on the read. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Rice. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throwing catch. It's complete to the left. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. and down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Lost, the defense is wide open. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can build on it.
Kansas State.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
After the misfire, now on second down. Quarterback moving. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Trying to get to him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. Complete downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They're down to the 20, first and 10. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And he puts through the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Takes the handoff. It's Beltran. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the miss, fellas, still... point lead. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pulls it in. It's Rice. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Let's go! Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man! And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Kansas State pushing the pace. The give to the tailback. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. He's like a loose boulder. Just caroms his way to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cowboys! And the stomping has commenced. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Lockett. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And how about the complementary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football game.
Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. He's looking to throw. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. He'll take it on the return.
The return brings it out to the 30. And the Oklahoma State offense will take over.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Motion from the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before. Through the defense, put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate.
He's just destroying his way through the field. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. He wants to throw. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Getting some heat. He's right on target. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
On the option, he'll toss it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And that is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Catch in the middle. It's Brown. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out.
A shot toward the end zone. Ball in the air. Intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding.
And that pass is intercepted. Touchdown, Wildcats! A great return for a touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Break it on the...
Good.
Making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down.
And the Oklahoma State offense will take over.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
After the short completion, it's now 2nd down. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Showing off the arms. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. The Cowboys will have it 1st and 10.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing...
Looking deep. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. And the route is on. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Oklahoma State 68, Kansas State 41.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game.